Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Happy Mother's Day. For those of you in the world for whom this is Mother's Day. If people are watching it later, then happy after Mother's Day. Hope you all remembered to do nice things for your wife or your mama or your grandmother or whoever you may have out there that deserves to be recognized for being a mother. I tried to do some nice stuff for my wife today. Got her some cards, took her out for breakfast, invited over some of our friends to join us for breakfast, and she didn't know they were coming, so surprised her with a nice breakfast with some friends. So I think that was fun. Hope you all did something similar, cards, flowers, or at least a phone call to say that you remembered. Got a GAC to play tonight. Doesn't look too bad. We don't have any Lord Vader Appos staring us in the face, so that's good. It's a good sign. Let's get right on in there and take a look. Last round of 3v3, I guess, right? And then we're going to have a break. So tonight I am fighting Candygram for Mongo. Telegram for Mongo. That's, what is that? That's, Blazing Saddles. Right? Blazing Saddles. Nice. Nice. I like it. Candygram for Mongo. Jedi Master. Andor Moon Tavern Guild. Andor Moon Tavern. All right. Cool. Galactic power, 12.6 million galactic power, 7-8 in characters, 4-7 in ships. Galactic War Battles won 37,300. So this is 9 years played. Oof. Almost 9 years. Looks like an account that's playing on kind of a free-to-play timeline. So he has most things, but he doesn't have everything. In ships, he's got pretty much everything, though. He does have Leviathan, Executor, Profundity, all three done in 7 stars. All the rest of the relevant ships are here. A lot of everything in fleet is pretty much relict. Still got the Gauntlet Starfighter to go, I suppose. Does he have a relic on the Jedi Consular? That's the one that we typically see isn't relict in a lot of these. It looks like he doesn't even have that ship opened up. Oh, there it is. He does have Jedi Consular relict. Interesting. Okay, so lots of stuff in fleets. On the character side of things, though, 7 Galactic Legends out of 9. So he didn't get the Lord Vader, and he doesn't have the Galactic Legend Ahsoka yet, though it does look like he's building the Ahsoka stuff. Again, like I said, probably on a free-to-play timeline. Take a look at mods real quick. See how that's looking. Oh, my wife is in the channel. She's listening. She's spying on me. She said it's a lovely breakfast. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate that. JQ says, hi, DL. Good luck. Me, I got a front row seat to my 5th straight loss. Well, sorry to hear that, my friend. It's been a while, I think, since I've had that many losses in a row. Doesn't feel good, though. But just think, when you go back to 5v5s, you'll get a nice win streak to get that back. You'll go on a 5-win streak and reclaim all of that skill points. All right, let's look at his fastest non-GL character here, Cat 350. It's pretty good. Oh, also, you guys got to tell me what's up with the microphone. So yesterday, some people said that my microphone sounded different or louder or had some feedback. So I just reset everything, and I recorded my video for tomorrow, and it all seemed to be working normally. So you guys tell me if it's all okay or if there's anything wrong with the mic today. All right, Radis is next fastest at 344. So he's got some fast characters. If we go down to Ray Darkside, 326. So his mods are pretty good. His characters over 300 go on for several rows. So probably don't have much of an advantage in mods. We'll have to watch out for that as we're playing these matchups. All right, let's see what Candygram for Mongo put on defense. Here we have Ray with the Exile. We've got the Great Mothers. We've got a Kiadi Mundi on a Qui-Gon team here. We've got the Zorii Bliss, a Hondo team with Santa, but no Sonocron. So at least we don't have the Sonocron to deal with, which is good. Here on the bottom we have Jabba, Gas, Queen Amidala. We've got this Jedi Master Luke sneaking in here with this Bastila and Watt combo that we've seen before. So probably do the typical thing where we bring in Sith Eternal and just gain mastery until there's about a minute left, and then zap everybody out of there and finish the battle. Here we've got that Saw Gerrera with Luthen and Kyle Katarn. So that's something we're going to have to pay attention to. We've beat the Great Mothers a couple times with our Sidious Kron. So these are only Relic 3 Great Mothers, but I feel like that Sidious Kron is kind of my go-to for these right now. It feels like a really cheap way to beat the Great Mothers. So I'll probably use Sidious there. We'll save Leia for this. Mandalorians probably work here. You know what? I might even start the battle with this because we've been having some good luck with Separatists. So let's bring in these droids. And we've been using just these 3 droids. I don't have stat built, so I am using B1, B2, and Grievous. And we've got a Grievous Kron here. So whenever another ally uses an ability, Grievous assists, dealing 50% more damage. So we've got Grievous, we've got a Grievous Kron, and like I said, so far we've had some pretty good luck with this. B2 usually dies, but so far we've been able to keep our other droids alive. Okay, well, B2 usually lasts a little longer than that. But, oh, Anakin. Anakin just zeroed my Grievous. He's like, nah, not this time, pal. Not this time, bud. Oof. Okay, so no luck this time around. I'll still take it. That gets rid of the Qui-Gon, gets rid of that leadership. Yeah, we didn't get a cheap win there. Darn. Okay. Well, we've got the Night Sisters that we could try against this Jabba. But he has the Hutt Cartel, but not like the good Hutt Cartel. So I don't know. What do you think, guys? Should we try Night Sisters here, or should we try Afra? I feel like Afra can do other stuff, right? Afra doesn't necessarily have to do Jabba. That's probably what I'm going to do in 5s, though. I'm going to try to use the Afra in 5s. And 5v5 coming up next round. But I could try the Night Sisters there. Try to save Afra for something else. I just got Afra, though. I've only had her for like a week. So I don't know I don't know what all she beats. I don't know like where Afra is a good matchup yet. So maybe I should just take her in and try this Jabba team. When you fight Jabba with Afra, do you just kill Chrysanthemum first, or do they have a way to get around the taunt and attack the Leia? JQ says, thanks for the pep talk, DL. But I just saw Ginger Jesus obliterate a quad mate team with Saw, C-Rex, and Luthen. He had the Sawcron and the level 6 10% damage per debuff. Add the 15 bombs with Saw and literally boom. Huh. Interesting. So a Queen Amidala team, Saw, C-Rex, and Luthen. The 10% damage per debuff and 15 bombs is 150% damage. That's pretty cool. Hey, DL, wishing you better luck than for your GAC, says Mike Armstrong. Also, sound seems to be back to normal today. Okay. Did you figure out what was different? No, I really didn't. I just, I literally just turned the computer off and back on like you said. The old turn it off and on. That's all I did. Okay. Well, let's try this Afra. Let's try Afra and the droids and see if we can learn things about this matchup. Here's that Africron. We'll go ahead and stick that on. And off we go. Let's see. Let's see how this battle works. Okay, so I'll do this first. Get some doubt going. Okay. Are they going to kill my droid in one shot? Okay, so far we have to attack Chrysanthemum. Well, there you go. I guess I clicked the wrong button first or something. Oh, that's not even close. Let's get out of there. Yeah, the Africron should be a pretty piece of cake. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. That maybe you got to use the skill to get your ad right away. It's probably that. Yeah, I haven't researched the fight, so. You need the high level to be immune to thermal detonators. That could be true, but Afra has been a counter to Jabba before the Datacron was out, right? Like, that's not something that just came with the Datacron. That I thought that had been true prior to the Datacron. When I'm going to try to get that Datacron to 15. And with that Datacron at 15, it should be, you know, like you guys said, if you get to level 15 Datacron, it should be an auto win. I wish we had some kind of dark side cron like that light side cron, where when a character dies, you get 10% offense. That would be pretty good with these Night Sisters. You can gain a lot of offense that way. I think we're just going to look for stuff that has some offense somewhere on it. Armor penetration doesn't really help. This has some offense, some tenacity. I think that's the one we ended up using last time. Let me check this cron again. Penetration, offense, health, crit damage, tenacity. So it's not like it's got a ton of potency. All right. JQ says not on 3v3. She used to be a fairly reliable counter to him, but with his cron, it makes it a bit more challenging. With hers coming out, my understanding is almost automatic. So JQ says not in threes, huh? Okay. Maybe I misunderstood that then. I thought it was also an answer in threes without the datacron, but okay, we'll get the datacron done next round of conquest anyway. So let's get back in here and try to get a cheap win with these Night Sisters. Hope this works a little better for us. And they're targeting Marin, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to stealth. I keep thinking I should put more relic levels on Marin so that she's never the lowest health target. But so far I haven't done that. Okay, so now I'm going to let them have a turn. Okay. How did Daka come back? Oh, I got it. Oh, we've got a lot of detonators on. This is not good. What happened? What happened? What happened? Guys, my screen just locked up. I have no idea. Okay, it's going again now. Okay. Whew. So, we'll see. Marin needs to get some health back here. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Got a 3-shot this Jabba now. That's not the way I wanted to start things out. All right, but we should be able to do this with troopers. We've done that before. So we'll get some troopers in here. We'll get a datacron that boosts their armor penetration or offense or something. I've got one that's pretty low. There we go. It's pretty low level, but a lot of armor penetration, so we could just take that and should be good. Just checked insights for threes with the level 15 datacron. It's like a 90% win rate. But without, it's about 25%. Okay. So not threes, that's the answer. All right, let's get ready for some critical hits. And here we go. Big crits. Nice. Get some assists here. Go in with the big smashy fists. I'm going to give turn meter. And I don't care about blind on Veers. It doesn't really matter that much. Let's just keep doing assists. Okay. Get ready for some more crits. All right, here we go, buddy. Get your big crits in there. It's okay. It wasn't so good that I crap my pants over it, but wasn't bad. All right, Jabba down. Cleaned it. 21 banners. Oh my goodness. My goodness, 21 banners. Gas. Gas is still CLS-able. Yes, I think so. There's not some kind of crazy Datacron thing. Lightside tank defeated, return them. Fives cannot be brought back to life no matter what, right? Fives has a thing where he said fives can't be revived. Yeah, just period. Okay, so he's not coming back. Okay. All right, we'll take this. Well, maybe this is better. That's got a lot of tenacity. This has some tenacity that I don't really need. Okay, we'll take this one. I don't think so in threes. No, don't do it, DL. It's only 50% win rate in threes. What? For CLS? Versus gas? Come on. It's got to be better than that, doesn't it? All right. Let's look at insights. Well, let's find this gas. General Skywalker counters. All right. Well, certainly not many people are doing that way, huh? Oh, wow. I see 72% here. Huh. Okay, so Afra works in fives, but not threes, huh? You can use Enoch if you have him for offense. No, we got the Knight Brothers on defense. So this doesn't beat gas. Huh. In threes. Interesting. Interesting. I can't remember which way it goes. Gas and came out right after Darth Revan. Does Darth Revan still beat gas? My goodness, people are using Galactic Legends all over the place against this guy. Really? People use GLs versus gas. Huh. Okay. You know, the other thing we could do is just do Jedi. I feel like Jedi almost definitely should work here, right? Like, just use the good Jedi. Let's go look that up on Insights. Is anybody using Jedi? Oh, somebody used it. 95% win rate. 138 times. That should work, right? Okay. All right, so let's try to get through gas with a non-GL. I really don't want to have to spend a GL to do this. With Cal Kestis Kron, let's make sure we get the Cal Kestis Kron so that we can kill gas after a couple hits. Okay. Um, let's just try to get some recovery here. Fives. Put an armor shred on fives for later. We'll pass this back around to Cal. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna just go in on fives because the counterattacks from gas are brutal right now. He's roughing me up. Oh, okay. That's not great. Honestly. We have to save the insta-kill for gas. So I don't want to burn it there. No, don't want to burn it here either. Gas stood back up in the middle of my... that was weird. Like, I did the basic attack and you get an instant turn after that, and gas stood up. He's like, held up his hand, me, kill me. That was hilarious. I don't know why I find that so funny, but he stood up just in time for me to insta-kill him. Oh, I'm greatly amused by that. All right, let's put a crown on these guys. A little bit of crit damage and health is fine. We don't need much here. This battle, we know how this goes. It's pretty straightforward. We come in on him with a hit just because we need to start stacking. Throw it over to Kenobi. Go the long way around. Reset Cat. Halfway to the ult. Then they're going to all go into stealth because that's what they do. Okay. We're going to send this over to Kenobi, get him all shienned up as well. He's going to cleanse buffs, and then they're going to just run at Kenobi until he's almost dead. That's what happens next. All right, here it goes. Blue dice, debuffs, all kinds of stuff. Sure. Okay. And then we ult to get him healed up. Man, I don't know if you guys saw that, but on my screen, like, everything faded way into the background for a second and then, you know, came back forward. My game is like, that's like the third time I've thought my game was trying to dump me. And we're on a fresh reset too. This was all just reset. All right, and then in my experience, we lose high ground before we kill Qui-Gon, so we just might as well go after the decoy. Reset Cat again. She can re-shin over here. And then we just put it on auto. Might as well. That'll be good. It was weird on our end too. Traya also beats Queen Amidala, by the way. I've got my Traya on defense. My Sith is Triumvirate is like Relic 3. And all of the stuff that people are like, your Sith Triumvirate counters that. I take my Sith Triumvirate in and I lose. Just over and over again. I did that like, I don't know, probably 4 out of 5 battles where people were like, Sith Triumvirate beats that. I took in Traya. I had characters that were Relic 3 or Relic 1, and it just gets smoked because you just don't have enough durability, you know? So when those characters are like Relic 5 or Relic 7, I'll take them back off of defense. But for right now, I'm just parking them on defense. People see that and they think that they have to take a really good team against it, you know, even at low relics. So I would rather have it on defense, burning one of my opponent's good teams, than to have it on offense and just not high enough relics and losing and being angry. So that's where I ended up on that. Tank revive would be nice here. Let's see if we've got a tank revive. Sure, take that. That's actually a pretty good cron. Do we have a worse tank revive? No, everything else is higher level. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, so we don't need the tank here, right? Even? Yeah, the tank does nothing for us, right? Yeah, let's try look for a different Datacron. No, actually, this one's not bad. It's got a bunch of armor penetration and offense, so by the time we actually get there, that might his ability is special damage though, so armor penetration does nothing. Let's see if maybe we could find some more offense or crit damage. Here's crit damage. It's a light side. It's a light side cron, but that's fine. I think we can burn it. Okay. We'll link up. I don't think we ever have to deal with Watt, right? So we just link up Basti and... Yep, okay. In we go. Watt free turn. Do your thing. Link. Auto basic. And then we just wait. JQ says same. I had Treya on defense for years. Took her out this 3v3 and it's the worst performance ever. She's back on D for the final round. Yeah, I think it just makes a big difference, the relic levels. So my Savage is relic level 5, which is fine for what I want to use Savage for most things, right? But I think if you want to beat a lot of these counters, like your Nihilus and Treya really have to be at least relic 5 as well. Relic 5 or relic 7. So I have so many other things that I want to put relic levels onto first. So I'll get around to them someday. But for right now, I'm doing Lord Vader. So anybody who's ever looked at the Lord Vader journey or knows much about it, the Lord Vader journey just is famous for having an insane amount of relic levels that you have to put on these characters. So, yeah, we gotta save up all of our resources and put relic 7s on all of the Lord Vader stuff. And then once we start building, we're gonna have to do relic 8 and 9 on Lord Vader and the Dark Side clones. Dark Side clones, I think, are going to be in the new raid under Moff Tarkin lead. So I think I have to build them up to like relic 8 or 9 anyway, right? For the raid under Tarkin. So it feels to me like there's just a whole bunch of synergy. Build Lord Vader, put all the relic levels on, put the relic levels on all of his characters, and just go for it. All right. I'm actually finishing Lord Vader in 2 days, says Mike Armstrong. Nice. Good job, man. I think a lot of people are in that situation too. They built around Lord Vader. The materials weren't as plentiful when Lord Vader was new. So I think a lot of people had to pick between Lord Vader and Kenobi. And then by the time you had one or the other, you know, they were already coming out with Jabba. So I think a lot of people were kind of, you know, got one or the other, and generally people who sort of maybe are spending a little money in the game got both. Or at least that's what it feels like to me. I remember when I did it on my main account, I was spending money on my main account, so it wasn't too hard for me to get both. But I imagine in that time frame as free to play, it would have been pretty rough trying to get all those relic levels onto Vader and his characters. Even with spending money on my main account, it was brutal. It was a brutal stretch. I remember trying to get all those characters to high enough relics. All right, so we're under 1:20 now. We'll go ahead and do the alt. Get rid of Bastila. And then we'll just go back to doing basics. We got rid of, oh man, look at that Sith Eternal go. Whoo, wrecked him. Okay. Saw. I feel like we did Saw with we got an easy win on Saw with something. Was it, did we take Bo-Katan against her the other day? Look at my list here. Nope, I don't have Saw listed on my list of things. All right. Gas has a 99% win rate. No, not against Luthen though. Let's make sure we pick Luthen here. Boba, Scion of Django, and Fennec Shand. With the, I guess, Boba's Kron or whatever, huh? Interesting. Malicos, Balin. Gas has an 85% win rate. Bo-Katan only has an 85% win rate. Wow. This team is apparently nasty. People using Sith Eternal. JML has a low win rate against this team. I suppose that's got to be with the Saw Kron though, right? First time a light side ally is defeated. This is Relic 7 though, so it's no joke. Really can't afford to drop a battle here, so it looks like SLKR or Bane are my options. Lord Vader wasn't even on my radar before the Dark Side clones were announced. I was lucky I was already hoarding up for my next farm at the time, so it was easy to shift gears and bust him out in like 2 months' time. Yeah, the Dark Side clones are really making Lord Vader nonsense. I think I'll take SLKR here. I don't want to use Bane on this. I don't feel like we need SLKR for top. If I burn SLKR here and then need him on the back, I'll be sad, but it's looking from the matchups like this dude is no joke. All right, let's take a decent Kron in here. This one's got a bunch of stuff: crit damage, armor penetration, take this. It's also got Dark Side Tank Revive, which might be nice if Kylo dies, I guess. Okay. So we'll get through this and we'll see what's on the back wall and then see what we've got left. Wow. Wow. Darkside Ray just crumbles to a single area of effect. Must have been what y'all were talking about with the 10%. Was that the 10% thing? Nope, that wasn't. She just took that much damage from a hit. Wow. Impressive. Most impressive. Okay, Luthen. How do you feel about things now, pal? You get an SLKR jumping in on your head. Boink. Alright, 55 banners. Let's see what's on the back wall and see if I'm sad that I just used my SLKR there. Okay, we've got a Captain Rex back here to deal with. We got Gungans. We've got Stap Separatists. And then B1 with Newt. Then we got Tuskens. Tuskens, we've still got gas ready to go, right? So let's gas that up. I don't think I need gas for something else. He doesn't really work against the moms like he does in 5s. So let's it's got some protection on it. This is pretty good at managing these Tuskens, so I don't mind throwing this in here. And then we've got to figure out what we're going to do for the front zone. We'll get through that next. And then we'll come back to the back zone here. Let's just see if there's anything on the back zone that we need to save certain teams for. Inform ourselves so that we don't waste teams in the wrong spot. All right. Gas gets busted out of his stun. Thank you very much, Mr. Tusken, sir. These guys get so much momentum. Look at them go. All right. I stole his momentum. Ha! All right. Second Tusken Raider summon. We'll just go ahead and zap him. Get stunned. Wait a couple turns for Tuskens to go. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't even touch him. I just did form up. But since I had a Tusken, I mean, you have to have one selected, right? That's interesting. I took the stun even though all I did was put tenacity up. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so Bo-Katan probably need to save. And these teams are no joke. I mean, Rex takes some dealing with. So we might even have to use a Galactic Legend on this guy. We could beat him with the Sidious Kron, but I think we want to use Sidious Kron on moms. All right. Let's take out some teams here. Oh, we still got Bane, too. We still got Bane. Let's use our Mandalorians here. Grab this Gar and Super Commando. We'll take this Kron. It's just a mess of stuff, but fine. And in we go. Tuskens have demolished my gas too many times. He's off Tusken duty for me? Huh. How do Tuskens beat your gas? I mean, it's been super reliable for me. Super reliable. All right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, I'll get some counterattacks coming in here. They're throwing all their bombs at me. More counterattacks coming in, man, to get somebody killed before it's even our turn. Let's go. Let's go. Angry, 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 angry. Just click this button. I love it. I love the mechanics of this character. Just click anger. Just be mad. Be mad until it works. All right, here we go. Leia. We got to try to work our way through this. If we don't get the insta-kill on Ezra, we've been able to pull that out a couple times before. We just have to manage our stealth better than we've done a few times in the past. We want the 15% health and protection. Or do we want the 15% offense? I think maybe that one's better. In case we do lose somebody, at least it'll soup up Leia and she'll be able to potentially finish the battle off. Okay, here we go. In we go. We'll target Leia. Play a game of Hide the Drogon. We'll put everybody on fire. Okay. Pew! Success. All right. Okay. Let's burn those stacks off of her. And now let's put everybody under stealth again. And see if we can get him into damage immunity before she does the ult. Doesn't look like it. Nah. Okay, let's get back over on her then. We'll hide Drogon again some more. Yeah, I don't know. Just take the stacks off of him. We've got the stacks off of Leia already. Or Rey, I mean. Okay. So let's get Rey low. And let's get her lower. And then let's see if we get Ben Solo out of here. Oh, come on. Okay. Damage immunity. Pretty nice right there. Okay. So now if this gets rid of Ben Solo, we get R2 back. We don't get R2 back because he died on a whirlwind. Okay. Never mind. I was trying to get banners, but I did not get them. Here we have Beskar, Sana, Hondo. Do we need an insta-kill here? Is it good for us to have an instant kill? Do we want to do like... Mando team here or something, bounty hunters. I don't want to have to fight this in 2 battles. That's the thing. I really don't want to have to come in and clean up. So what's the deal then? Let me try to remember this correctly. If you leave Hondo until he's the only one left at the end, that's where you're in trouble, right? So in theory, if we just stay alive, vaporize Hondo, clean up the rest of the squad, that should be a good tactic, right? Okay. We just have to keep little Mando alive. They shouldn't get too many whistling birds. They don't have the Sonicron. Oops, Mandalorian's nice. I just got them, and also thanks to a friend gifting me Maul. Got to learn how to use them. So far, I've lost both times I've tried them out. My recommendation would be to split like Gar Saxon and the Super Commando. Like, I put some pretty good defensive stats on both of them. I think I used offense set on the Super Commando, but then like some defensive main stats, like a armor offset, stuff like that. So because they trade off taunt, they do need to be durable enough to withstand whatever gets thrown their way without just falling over. So my recommendation is to, make Mando your highest damage character. Make the other characters have offense, but kind of balance it between offense and durability. All right, let's try this Mandalorian squad and see if we can get our get our contract going. Okay. And he goes into bird stance instead of becoming immune, which is interesting, I guess. Okay. I don't think Hondo can kill our whole team, so I'm just going to, wait till Mando resets his insta-kill and then kill Hondo. Sure. 4, cooldown of 4. Cooldown of 2. Okay. And we should be able to pew him out of here now. Mando's a prisoner. Pew. Okay. Nothing but vapor. 57 banners. That's looking good. Okay, let's try our Sidious Crown here. I don't think I have a cheaper answer to this great mom problem. So this is the one that I think I want to take. The recovery one for him. Okay. In we go. And we've been successful with this, so let's plan for the best here. Okay. Oh, come on, you gotta plant your damage over times, buddy. Gotta do better than that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Morgan we got. I might have to increase this guy's potency. He is not potent enough. There we go. And then I think we can just kill her. Just with damage. Okay. That works. Sidious Crown FTW. All right, and here's this nonsense. Now, we've learned from experience that even with no Qui-Gon, this Ki-Adi-Mundi is no joke. So, who do we take in here? It's the same thing that I have to think about all the time. Something that's good, but not too good. We've got some pretty good stuff left. We've got Sith left. We've got, you know, Sith Darth Revan. We got to save Bo-Katan for back wall. We've got JML for back wall. We've got Bane. Should we just use CLS here? I don't think we're going to use CLS for anything on the back wall, right? Won't use CLS here for sure. I don't think. No, I don't think we're going to do any of this with CLS. So let's try to clean this up with Luke and the droids. Okay. Let's find him a decent Datacron. Sure, we'll take this one. Gain some extra health and protection. In we go. Okay. There ain't no party like an overkill party. Let's blind him just for funsies. All right. 36 banners. No problem. Let's take a look at ships and see how tough ships are. That's a good sign. We've got a Radis, a Negotiator, a Malevolence. Yeah, probably Profundity here. We'll probably use our own Radis fleet here. We could use Executor there then. So that should be very clean upable. But in return, it means that, you know, kind of guaranteed that he's also going to beat my fleets. That's fine. Apparently, so does Ewoks. Bad Batch beats it. Oh man, I do have Bad Batch. You know, I got that Lightspeed bundle, but I don't. I've always forget about them. I got them timed out. They're timed in the right order, at least. Okay. We'll take this one. Just some potency, but it's got that. If anybody gets killed, we get bonuses. And, yep, let's take out some Gungans. And then the question is, what do we do from there? Because we do still have a Bane. And maybe we need to just figure out where to use Bane next, I guess. All right, Rat-a-tat. Get some dazes. All right. At this point, I think we just auto, right? It's like Bo-Katan is lethal with her damage, so we should be able to just let it go until she does her thing. Oh, Boss Nass. Oof. No match for an angry Darksaber wielding Bo-Katan. Okay. This nonsense. So we got Bane, JML. We've still got Imperial Remnant. The STAP team is challenging. Is this the easiest team we have left? That might be the easiest team we have left. So we just need somebody with recovery, basically. There's got to be a lot of things that beat a Newt Gunray, right? You know what else beats Newt? Like, Sith should absolutely destroy this, right? I feel like my Sith are good enough here. I don't think any of... I'm low relics on a lot of this stuff, guys, but I think if we just use the good old-fashioned Darth Revan, Malik, Basti, throw a Datacron at him, and get in there and see what happens, right? I think if I saw this team, I would never take this team to fight it. That's kind of one of the rules that I use to try to figure out teams. I'm like, okay, if I was on offense, would I ever try to beat Darth Revan with a Newt Gunray? And the answer is, I really don't think I would try that. So, give some confidence that the matchup should work. Okay. And I took the Kron where Sith kill somebody, they can't be revived. So he doesn't even get to take advantage of Bounty Hunter's Resolve. Fantastic. Drained 1 hit point. I just had to see if that was the way that would work. Because, you know, this character doesn't actually have hit points. And he did indeed. I'm pretty sure it said he drained 1 hit point. That's fun. Okay, 55 banners. Nice. This, I think, we'll just take Bane. And we'll put in Dooku or Talon. What does Talon do again? Let me refresh myself on Talon. Sith allies gain max health, offense, and speed. Okay, so she just gives health, offense, and speed here, which are all stats that we like. Armor penetration, a little bit of offense. Let's go. Is that Stap or B1? It is Stap in that Grievous team. The B1 was with the Newt team. Oh, you're saying that Wampa would have beat the Newt team? Yeah, I think we've beaten that before with Wampa. Now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure that is the case indeed, because yeah. I probably should have wamped that. I didn't see your comment soon enough. Yeah. Because they don't do enough damage, and you can kind of ignore the extortion. So, yeah, we've done that before with Wampa. Didn't think of it in time. Okay, let's do Hermit and, you know what? Let's just do Shakti for some durability. And we'll put this on Max Health Kron, gives more protection for the team. And, yeah, Galactic Legend. Now, I think... with my luck, it turns out that the Stap is a counter for JML. Wouldn't that be funny? Okay. And we'll go over here. You're Stapless. Damage immunity on for a week and a half here. Not much to be done. Get a little recovery. Okay. Out he goes. 55 banners. Characters are clear. Let's do ships. And let's start with this one because it's kind of fun. Make sure we can get that to go off like we plan. And yeah, so if this works as planned, it basically, they kill our tank and we kind of do nothing. And then Comeuppance comes in and we kill the whole team. That's what we've been able to do in the past. Let's look forward to being able to do that today as well. Okay. Pew. And we'll do this. Then we'll do a spin move. And then we'll do this. That gives us taunt, right? Oh, I think I might have picked the wrong ability. Oops. Okay. I'll do this. And then we do a Comeuppance. And we do a mass assist here. And then we target this and kill everything. No, Sunfac lived. Not for long, though. Not for long. Okay. Got taunt on our Ray, which is very inconvenient. Taunt and buzz droids, and we can't kill spy because spy things. Spy's in the open now, though. Let's see if we can. Oh, not enough damage. Not enough. I dodged our basic there. Okay, well, let's bring in another reinforcement and try to one-shot this spy. Okay. It came around in the end. We lost a lot of banners on that. What, like 68? Oh, we got 70. It's okay-ish. It's better than I thought. Okay. And then this is Profundity. Profundity. But we certainly don't need all this. Don't need that. We will put in 2 rebels here because I have seen this battle go long. Okay, let's see if we can get our Anakin exploding tricks to work out. You know it's not your week in GAC when your opponent has SLKR and Ray on the front 2 and Carbonite 2. Mike Armstrong says, sounds like typical Carbonite, to be honest. Unfortunately, that's twice the numbers of GLs than me. Tilted ships do have their charm. It's like breaking the fourth wall to tell us that they know their game is a mess. The tilted ships do bother me a little bit, I gotta admit. All right, let's get in here and see what we can do against General Kenobi. All right, let's. We had Anakin completely dodge that attack the other day, and it really put us at a disadvantage. Wow, it happened again. We didn't do enough damage to put Anakin into stealth. Okay, let's try this. It's not quite as good, but if we take 2 shots with the Millennium Falcon, then he gets popped out of stealth in the second shot because I clear his buffs. Okay. Anakin went back into stealth, but that's not too big of a deal. See if we can get him with an area of effect. And it's good. Out he goes. Let's call in this little Phantom. The Phantom 2, because you know the Phantom 1 gets eaten and whatnot. All right. Plo comes in, starts plowing things up. All right. Well, I didn't really want to be killing him, but... All right. Attentive away. Let's try to get Plo out of here. The Plo Meister. Let's just kill the tank. Kill Plo. I said kill Plo. I didn't say let Plo live to fight another day. Did I? I didn't say that. I'm pretty sure. All right. Plo out. Yeah, everybody's got like relic Plos now. Okay. Brilliant. We've still got an executor left. I don't know if it would take an executor to beat this, but I know that we have it. So it's not a matter of what we need. It's more a matter of what I plan to use. I feel like we can dump at least one reinforcement, probably two, but I really don't want to lose this battle. I don't think there's any way we could lose this battle, but I'll take in 2 reinforcements just in case. And if I lose the whole GAC by 1 banner, then it's my fault for not researching the Afra versus Jabba. And that's just will have to be the truth. Okay, there we go. Now let's just mass assist and get this thing out of here. Bye. Later, y'all. And then we'll just kill a Star Fortress. That's Rose Tico's sister, right? That's not actually Rose Tico, right? Am I correct in that? I'm misremembering now, I think. I feel like that's Rose Tico's sister or something that flies that particular bomber. Okay, 74 banners. That's a full clear. Candygram for Mongo has to beat 2014. It was pretty good. We dropped what? Battle here on the Qui-Gon. We fumbled like crazy on the Jabba. But that's it, right? Just those 2? Everything else was clean. Yeah, so we gave him some space on that Jabba, unfortunately. That's okay. We give him some hope. He might want to have a rebellion. Rebellions are built on hope. So, yeah, that's it. Not too bad. Pressure's on him. Yep. So I'll show you, for anybody who heard me talking earlier, I'll tell you why. Like, so having Traya here on defense, Relic 3, Relic 5, Savage, this whole front wall is just teams that are good, but not that good, right? Like, Inquisitors are beatable. This is all beatable. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my opponent to overcommit, to use better resources. These are all teams that are going to cost you banners no matter what. Like they have the ability to do damage and cost banners. So you're not going to get full banner wins against most of these teams. And then the idea is that people are going to overcommit, use some Galactic Legends up here. And then my top wall here is still pretty strong. We got a couple Galactic Legends up here with Ahsoka, Jabba, and Rey. We also got a Zorii team here with or a Sana team here with some striking power. And then I've got some good enough stuff on my back wall that if they did use a bunch of resources on the front wall, then maybe they get surprised. I just got that Omicron Tusken done. And we've got, Nest Kron back here, a Luthen team, Queen Amidala, Gungans. So, again, stuff that's good enough that if you wasted resources on the front wall. And in that way, I think I've put down enough pretty good teams and still I'm carrying like most of my best stuff on offense. So that's my tactics for now. Yesterday I lost the Chimera versus Radis. Those ships demolished my scythe, and then the Interceptor, and I only packed 2 reinforcements. I hate when that happens. Chimera versus Radis, huh? Gonna switch out the scythe for the bomber. It's a little bit ironic that the gas bundle selling that time a couple months ago cost me months to get Executor. Trying to kill Anakin with Finalizer is not fun. The key to killing Anakin with Finalizer is Cassian's U-Wing. So the 2 reinforcements that I always used back in the day, back when I had to kill Anakins myself, you bring in Cassian's U-Wing. On Reinforce, it strips all the buffs on all enemies. So even if Anakin's hiding behind taunts or in stealth, when you bring this ship in, he's naked. Then you target him, and this skill allows you to call and assist. And you target Anakin, and you assist with your silencer. And if he was in stealth, he's dead. I used that tactic, I kid you not. When I started the game around the time that SLKR came out. So I had the Finalizer fleet, and I hadn't built Negotiator and Malevolence and all that stuff yet. I was still buying those shards. So I had to beat Negotiators and Malevolences all the time, and this is how I beat the Negotiators back then. And it was not hard. I mean, I won all the time. The problem was the First Order fleet is so bad that I would leave it on defense overnight, and I would come back the next day, and I would be like number 27 in Fleet Arena. So I would have to play all 5 matches and get 5 wins every day to try to get into the top 5. But yeah, I could beat both the Negotiators and the Malevolences with the First Order fleet. This was the key in the Negotiator battle, and then Plo was the answer in the Malevolence battle. I had Plo and Cassian as my... I still say that Plo and Cassian are my favorite reinforcements for First Order fleet. But those are the 2 best reinforcements. They make your First Order fleet usable. They're better than the First Order ships, that's for sure. I've ordered 66 a lot of the memories of the sequels. My rival just knocked out my Lord Vader at 64 banners. Not sure if if I attack and get it over with, or do the usual, and tomorrow 2 hours before it ends I attack. So he's just sitting at 64 banners. And Gabriel says, thank you so much. I researched it a lot when Gas Bundle came out and found absolutely nothing. I will put the caveat and say that when I was doing that routinely, it was not the fleet that had the Marauder. So if people bought that bundle and also they bought the Bad Batch and also they farmed up the Marauder ship, I think you should still be able to work your way through it with the First Order, but I didn't fight against that version of the Negotiator fleet. But yeah, that's the problem. First Order, even if you can work your way up in Fleet Arena, overnight, you just get wrecked. But that's okay. I mean, as long as you can get your placement. All right, I'm probably going to jump on out of here tonight. Thinking about playing some Alpha League, but I think tonight I just want to eat and get some other stuff done. I got to do some research for stuff that I want to do tomorrow, so I'm still behind on that. I got to make a new screener. So get off of here and go watch some how-to videos on YouTube and try to get all that stuff set up. So I'm gonna sign out. Thanks. I won't be suffering much longer. I'm 370 signal data and a couple relic pieces away from the Executor. Nice. Yeah, Executor plus Punishing One. It's just, you beat everything but Leviathan with that, you know. So that's going to dominate fleet. Leviathan, of course, you have to get conquest characters to get the Leviathan. So for newer players, once you get the Executor and Punishing One up and running, you're good to go. You know, you got the best fleet in the game. Until some people can get Leviathan. All right, thank you all for coming and hanging out. Looks like a lot of people didn't hit the like saber, so please remember to hit the like saber on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. I'll put up that screen and show you guys just in case somebody's new and didn't know. You know, you've been issued a like saber. This is how it works. You just carve down through the like button. It's easy, it's effective, it's fun. Confetti flies out sometimes, you know. Just make sure you do it an odd number of times. So smash that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel, notification bell, Discord channel. You guys know all the usual stream ending stuff. And of course, happy Mother's Day. And I'll see you in the next Holocron.